Good morning. Well, voter ID's back in the news. Well, at least mainstream media. Looked on the Drudge Report the last 2 days that I've been seeing it on TV news, but haven't seen it on the Drudge Report. I guess maybe they don't want anybody to know about it. Anyway, Virginia's governor signed up into effect a law that requires everybody to show ID when they go vote. And I guess as part of this law, it may be a separate deal, I'm not sure, but the state of Virginia is going to provide photo IDs free of charge to those who don't have them. But yet we still have people complaining that it's unfair, that it disenfranchises the poor and the elderly. And I really don't get it, okay? Really just don't understand that. Everywhere I've lived, even when I was in the military and had to go to my unit's voting officer to fill out an absentee ballot, I had to show ID. I have been to voting polls where the person checking IDs against the voter registration roster knew me, and I had to show an ID. So I really just don't understand why this is a big deal, especially if they're going to provide you with free IDs. Now, I understand that if you want to vote 3 or 4 times in a couple of different precincts, that you may not want to have to show your ID, because then the roster would show you the same person in different precincts, and they probably wouldn't let you vote. So I could understand why you wouldn't want to have an ID there. But without an ID, what's to stop you from registering one time as John Smith, a second time as Larry Bloomberg, a third time as John Lennon, another time as Mark Spitz, and you just keep track of what name you used for what precinct, and you go to all the different precincts and you vote. I mean, you could tell them your name, you could tell them your address that you used to register, and you could go ahead and vote again. Okay. Yeah, you can get fake IDs, but most people that are out and out honest, okay, just want to vote a few extra times for their man, give him a little bit of an edge, probably aren't going to be creative enough to go get a fake ID. But the fact that you don't need an ID at all just makes it so much easier to allow them to become criminals. And we don't want them to become criminals, because they might get arrested, they might go to jail, they might throw a tantrum or something and get pepper sprayed, and God knows, that might be torture, according to some people. So, why take that honest person and make it so easy for them to become criminals? Okay? Last time this all came up, it was about the IDs and, costing them money, and they'd have to go get one. Well, you pretty much got a year or two between elections, so if a law comes in, you got a year or two to go get an ID. I mean, there's no driver's license department here in my town. Okay? I had to drive to one. Thought that was terrible. But in order to get a driver's license, that's what I had to do. Maybe we should get rid of driver's licenses. If you don't live in the town where they issue them, and they don't issue them for free, then you don't need to have one. How's that? Just let anybody drive. Shit, who cares? Whether they know what they're doing or not. Just my opinion. I'm thinking if they're going to give you a free ID, probably isn't that big a deal. Not really disenfranchising anyone. But that's my opinion. And hey, I got a couple more coming. I'm feeling sorry this morning for Badfinger. Yeah. Terrible situation. But that'll be my next video. Hey. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment. Yeah. And subscribe if you haven't. Pass this on to someone if you'd like. And before you bitch about IDs, you know, it's not fair making them have IDs. Remember, Virginia's giving them to them for free. Free. Yeah. You know, you'd think if their political party wanted them to vote that they'd arrange for transportation for them to get one, just like they do arrange for them to get to the polls. Anyway, try to have a good day. I'll be back in a few. Bye-bye now.